Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Main Sequence. We have advanced a little bit between episodes. I sorted out some research, so we've done a lot of that. I've done some preparation work because we need to plan on leaving this place. This is a nice little starter base and a nice little starter asteroid belt, but ultimately we need to get out of here because if we have a look at our map and we zoom out to the solar system view, we're in this asteroid field. We have the trading post over here, and then further out we have the Rich Asteroid Field, and as you can see there's more danger there than our original asteroid field, but there's also a ton more resources. So somewhere over there would be a really good place to build a big factory, and that area also provides cobalt, which we haven't seen before. Then even further out on the edge are the icy asteroid fields, and in those areas very dangerous, but we get nitrogen gas. So we definitely need to have a look at that. But for now, I think we just need a ship and we need more resources. And before we can do that, we need warp fuel, and the warp fuel needs a few items that still need to be made. And some more items so that we can actually finish our ship. Anyway, that's what we're going to be focusing on today. We're going to get our chonky boy sorted out and get some of the higher level items built so that we have those resources. Anyway, there's a lot to do, so let's get stuck in. Let's see where we are with our research. If we go over to the research, I've researched the containment coil, servo plates, advanced plates, warp fuels on that side. Now my focus is on the shipbuilding side of things. So we are doing the slipstream drive. I have queued up the container module, and then I'm going to do the large thrusters when I'm able to. I have queued up the item elevator, which is this one. It's not a great thing to use for base building, not too bad. But we did get logistics too, so we have faster belts now, 120 items per minute. But the reason I want the item elevator is so we can get to the station elevator, which is way better, but that requires the item elevator. Obviously, industrial dock's got to get done as well, so yeah, we've got a few things to get through. But in the meantime, we have new items to produce. The containment coil, which we need to build the enrichment chamber. The enrichment chamber will take hydrogen fuel, turn it into deuterium fuel. And then we're going to stick some advanced plates in with that deuterium fuel so we can get warp fuel. That's what we're going to do. So I've made a few preparations, and I'm going to need to expand out just a little bit. But what I've done is I've brought out the items that we need. This was temporary for the servos. I have capacitors coming out over here. We have a nice big box full of circuits. Over here, I have set up another machine to make us magnetic coils, and that's also being stored in a box, buffered. And that should be just about everything that we need to get those high-level items done. So let's hop over into the station builder and open up the designer. I have got a lot of solar panels now. Those solar panels are basically powering the whole place. I have no need currently for any reactor power. So I'm going to quickly zoom in on this spot because this is the middle line, and we're going to make a 2x2B, and we're going to put it right in there. I think I got that in the right place. Look at the size of that. Now we're going to only build with these later on, but for now I just need that one, and that will be everything. I don't think I need anything else for this base at all. Although we could put a lift in. Maybe I'll do that. We'll stick a lift in over here. No, I'm not going to do that. Not yet. We'll just apply those changes and exit. So now if we head down here, it's going to be a really large room. And there it is. It's very, very big. I'm going to change my dock because when I do build the big ship, it'll park on this side. Anyway, we've got all the space now. Let's do something with it. Yeah, before I head down there, I'm going to build an assembler right in here. And then I'm going to cut this belt off over there, and we're going to change it to go that way and plug into there. Good. Then I'm going to grab our hull plates and I'm going to drag them over. Ooh, I think I need to come one further out, then rotate, and I'm going to bring that one in there. This will then give us the servo plates. Right, so we have those being produced now. And if we have a look at recipes, The servo plates are these. They take hull plates and servo motors. The next step would be the advanced plates, which take the servo plates and then also capacitors and circuits. The containment coils take capacitors and circuits and magnetic coils. So we're going to bring all of these items down this way. So we'll grab a belt. We're going to zip this out this way and then drag this through. Now you'll notice that I have put in the underground belts in various places so we can drag things through without interfering too much. This one I'm going to bring out just one and then send this down this way. This one is going to have to jig back and can go down there. And then this belt can come through and all the way down. And then I can bring a belt of circuit boards down this way, just like that. I need to just make sure that my line is connected over here. It didn't work because this one needs to come out and go there. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little mini bus going into this area. And we don't need this much because, I mean, we aren't producing enough to make everything that we want to make efficiently. But I would like to get that deuterium fuel done quite quickly. So what I'm going to do first is grab an assembler, and I'm going to put that assembler in over there, and I'm going to bring this belt into that port. And then this one is going to need to go across because I'm going to do the advanced plates over on this side. And I figure the best way to do that is do underground belts for the other two. So if we put that there and we just leave a single gap, and then the same over here, then I can bring this belt in this way. And then I'm going to need to split. So I'm going to grab... wait, this one needs to change. This one needs to go 2 out, or 3 out. Because we're going to need to split these items. Let me just make sure that I've got my logic right here. That can go... I think we can put that one in over there. And then this splitter can go over there. And we can put this belt in. This one can come in here. This one can come in here. And then this one needs to come out. So that one I'll draw a line out over there. So we've got those 3 items. And then this one needs to come all the way over to that splitter. So we'll put the underground there to there. And just make sure that everything comes out on this belt. There we go. It works. So this one has everything plugged in. So we can configure it and say we want you to be doing the containment coils. And there's everything coming in. 7.5 per minute. Man, we need a lot of those, so that could take a little while. And then we are going to put in another assembler. And I'll just give it a bit of room. And I want to line those ports up about like that. And then run that in and that in. And this line can come across and rotate into there. And we can configure this to be the advanced plates. And those have started. Good. And then we're going to need boxes. So I'll put a storage box over there and another one over here. And we'll just belt those in. One there and one there. And now we are storing those items. Perfect. Now the first step towards the really good warp fuel is the deuterium. And for that, I'm going to need an enrichment chamber. And as you can see, that needs 20 containment coils and 10 servo motors. I have the servo motors on me, just waiting for those containment coils to get built. And while I'm waiting for those containment coils to get done, I'm going to need to reorganize my hydrogen setup because this isn't a good setup. And what I have incoming should easily fill 4 of these machines, the refineries. Yeah, I've got quite a lot here. I'm going to need to reorganize this whole facility. So as a temporary measure, I will get rid of these belts so they stop feeding. We have a full box. Yep, we do have a full box. I'm going to put down a temporary box in a corner over here. And I'm going to grab everything that I can. Right now, I don't have a lot of space in my inventory. Yeah, I've got a bit. It'll be fine. So we'll get rid of that and that. That's going to have to stay. And it's fine there, I think. And As you can see, when your inventory is full, you get these boxes. Anyway, we'll head to our temporary box and go and drop that stuff off. And there's going to be a bit more because this machine is going. So if we go to any machine, now I've taken these machines down, but if we go to any machine, we can see the power situation. If we press F, there'll be this power overview. And right now, my solar panels are creating 204 megajoules per second. The max our base uses is 210. That's if everything is working all at the same time. Right now we're only using 124, so we don't need the reactor anymore. So we're getting rid of it. And now I need to open up these. Man, they only hold 1 hydrogen fuel each. Anyway, we'll take them and carry on removing items. Okay, now we are good. Now it would have been better if this had been a little further out of the way, but I didn't think very far ahead when I did this. Anyway, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to run the belts around the back of these. And I'm going to have 2 here. Yeah, I messed this up. Do 3. Oh, gosh. I don't want to have to unload this. No, you know what? Actually, I can. It's exactly in the wrong place, but I can move things over. It's just going to be a bit of a manual thing. So instead of having 3 on this side, I have 2 and 2. And then I should actually bring them out on this side and not over there. Although this area I wanted to sort of keep open. Anyway, let's see where we are in research quickly. So we're doing the container module, and that's a ship module that increases the stack size of items in your ship storage. It doesn't actually give you more storage slots, it just increases the stack size of all of those. I'm going to remove the item elevator because I want the large thrusters. So I'll add that in, and then I'll put the item elevator back in. So we'll add that. I've already got the plasma lance. So those are the last 2 items that I need. I think I need to be able to build my ship. Yeah, we'll see when we get there. Okay, so I think this is what I'm going to do. Get rid of this one, put this box over here, and then I'm just going to belt this through. But because I want it happening fast, I'm going to use Mark II belts, bring that around, and plug that into there. Now this will empty. And because I'm going 2-2, I don't need these to be positioned as they are. Actually, they're fine. I'll take that one out. And once this is empty, then I'll put 2 more across. But I think just so I don't have to block off ports, I'm going to move these over by 1. So there and there. Then I can bring a belt around the back. And then the outputs on this one will be in the front. They'll go into the box and then another 2. That should work. So we'll run this belt to there, and then we'll need a splitter, put that in, and continue the belt to there. These will be configured to make the hydrogen fuel, and that one's making hydrogen fuel. And what I can do is just dump what I have on me, so these 2 machines will be full, and see how we're doing here. All right, well, this is almost halfway emptied. These are ready. I'm not going to plug any of these in yet. We're going to head over and see how we're doing on our other production. Right, large thrusters are underway. On research, what am I going to research after this? I think I'm going to do some more ship stuff. Yeah, we're going to do the item elevator, but I'd like to get the industrial dock anyway, so let's queue that one up. And if we head over here, oh, look at that. We got 90 of these containment coils already. I do need 20, and then we can head back to where we were. And that means that this room here is where we're going to make the deuterium fuel. So, enrichment chamber. And we're going to leave some space around the sides and put it like that. As you can see, quite a big guy. I should have moved it a little bit further. Centered it a bit, maybe. Yeah, let's fix that. So if we go about there, that should be right in the middle. Yeah, well, mostly. So there's a 2 wide gap around these 2 sides, and this one is a 3 wide, and this one's a 3 wide. So yeah, it doesn't fit perfectly. But we can bring out a line from this into this, put a storage box over here, and we may as well get this going. So grab a belt, throw it into this box. We're going to configure the enrichment chamber, and it is going to be making deuterium fuel for us. And then this storage box that new storage box can feed into there. And there we go. This is going to start producing. We're making deuterium fuel. Now, the deuterium fuel is not as good as the warp fuel. But if we go and have a look at this, the enrichment chambers where we unlock the deuterium fuel, and if we hover over it, you can see that it gives 1,152 megajoules of fuel and allows a max speed of 2,000 meters per second, which is great. However, if we have a look at the warp fuel, we need to add an advanced plate to make that warp fuel, and it only doubles our fuel to 2,304 megajoules, but it gives a max speed of 9,000 meters per second, so it's pretty big. Anyway, so we're going to want to do that, and we're going to need a stock of it. And this is flowing through pretty nicely. Are we getting any yet? Yes, look at that. We've already got 13. Perfect. And this box should be getting close to being empty. Yeah, close. That means I can start planning the output lines. We'll just drag that across. It's very easy. Turn it over here and turn it over there and plug it in. Actually, I don't want to plug it in, so I'm just going to remove that for now. Let this all run through. How are we doing on stock over here? Yep, this is full. Awesome. And now this box is empty. So that's out. And those belts are removed. So you can middle mouse button to select an item. Eyedropper tool. Is that correct? I think it is. Pop another one in. Belt. This one around the back to there. Grab a splitter. Rotate it. Grab the belt. And that's the inputs done, and then the outputs can go this way. We're going to bring it to there, rotate, and drop it in. Right, those are already working. Because I used the eyedropper tool, it copied it with the recipes, so if you hover over it, you can see they are both working. If you look in the top right, there you go. It's all good. Now I just need to connect this belt, and we're going to get much better production. Perfect. Right, so I need some advanced plates. We press F. Those are busy being made. Now for my ship, I think I need about 115, 120 of these. And I'm going to need about 140 of the containment coils. So I'll pick up what I can. Got 100. And we'll just have to wait for the rest to get done. And these belts are still good. I mean, we had a box backup for pretty much everything, so that should be fine. And while I'm doing preparation work, I think my warp fuel, I could probably make it in here. I'm right next to the advanced plates. Yeah, what the heck, we've got the space. Let's do that. It's always a little difficult to see what's going on, but if I line that port up over there, hopefully one of these ports lines up. Oh, can you believe it? They don't. That's fine, I'll jig it in. No, I won't. Let's try it again. Man, I need this port to be on that line. Maybe I should do it from this side. So, if this is 3 away, over there, that port, no, this port is, that's fine, I can use that. That's fine, this can be a straight line, as long as one of these, yes it is, it's lining up. And set this recipe to be warp fuel, and then I'm going to have to bring the deuterium fuel out. So we'll grab a belt from here. Straight line all the way through. Ooh, and I'm out of material. What am I missing? Oh, all the plates. That's fine. Let's go and get them. So we'll grab like 4 stacks of titanium and then hop over this side. Oh, it looks like I'm struggling on my nickel plates. That's fine. We'll be able to finish what we need to finish. That can plug in, and I'm not going to plug this line in yet, because I don't really want it to get started immediately. But we are going to need a storage box, and we can just shove that over here with a belt going in. Okay, so I have the containment coils that I need, and I might need to go and drop them into the station storage. I'm still short of advanced plates, but I'll take that 100, and we'll go and drop it in and see how many items we need. So all the way over to our shipyard. What I'm going to do is I'll drop these items in. Now I have 130 containment coils and 100 advanced plates. If we go into the ship designer and we open the blueprints, and Chonky Boy 3 is the one I want to build, so we load it up, and you can see there are a couple of things that I don't have yet. Like, it looks like the shields. Did I forget to queue those up? We'll have to check. But in my ship storage, I have everything. I'm slightly short on the containment coils and advanced plates. Alright, let's just check the research quickly. Oh, interesting. Those shields are not here anymore. That might be something you have to get from the trading station. Well, that's a shame. So that is one of the changes. The missile launcher came in, the shields are out. That's fine. We can make it without the shields. It's not going to look as nice, but, you know, it'll work. And that should be the last of the advanced plates that I need for the ship. That means that I can take this and plug it in to there. And there's an advanced plate. It's going into this machine. And now we're making warp fuel. Now this produces 10 per minute. This needs 7.5 per minute because it takes one. Yeah, that's fine. So there'll be a bit of a build up on this side. Unless, of course, I put things into the storage and then it's going to be an issue. But this is still going to produce. And we already have our first warp fuel. We're going to need a bit of that. And we are going to have hydrogen fuel as well. Good. So, over to our command module, open the ship to the station designer, and then functional blocks. I want to dock. I need to get a little closer because it zooms out to the full, to show the full base every time. And I'm going to plug this one in right. Is that right? Yeah, right there. Now, I wonder, this is a big ship. Maybe I won't do this immediately. Let's take that out. We're going to do a corridor first. And then we'll put the dock on there. That should be enough space. Still got to build that ship, but yeah, it's there. And we can apply those changes and exit. And now we can hop into our ship designer. Gonna have to drop those off. Now, as you can see, with a big blueprint like this, it does take a lot of items. So probably better to have them in the ship designer than try and carry them on yourself. Right, I've put everything I need in there, and ship designer, open, Chonky Boy 3, load, and you'll see that I can't make everything. Oh wait, I haven't finished researching the engines yet, so that's a no-no. We are 80% to the large thrusters. Good, so we just have to wait for that to finish. And while I'm waiting for those engines to get done, I have edited my Chonky Boy to exclude the shields. And now it looks a bit sucky, but, you know, still a bit of a tank. And I have two of these lasers that need to go because they are hovering in midair now. So those can go. And I'll just remember to put them back when I need to. And I will save that blueprint. Cool. There you go. We have our large thrusters unlocked. So I can head back to the ship designer. And we can hop in. Open our blueprint, load, everything is clear, there's nothing red. Super, cool. So we can get out of here, go back in, construct a new ship. We want Chonky Boy 3A, and I think we have everything for it. Construct the ship. There we have it. We have a new ship, and it's a big boy. So if we come in, we've got ladders that we can get to the important places. So this is up at the top. There's nothing important over here. Feel like I needed to go higher. So we can go higher. And this is where we should find our reactor and our warp drive. There we go. That looks very cool. And this is also where our cockpit is. All the way up here. And if we hop into the seat and we fire, that's a lot of firepower. And our hull is 405, so we can take a few hits. It would be better if I had the shields, but we don't have them yet, so we'll get there. Anyway, let's hop out of here. We're going to go down a couple of levels, and we're out. And this is just like a viewing deck. We have a window that we can have a look out over here. And we have some more. This is where our workbench is. We have more windows around this side. Those ladders to take us up if we want to go that way. And then the exit is over on this side. So before we leave this place, we need to pick up items. Some of those items will be the hydrogen fuel. And I think I still have some left in here, do I? No, I don't. So I'm going to grab a bunch. And then we can run over to the workbench and we can slap all of the stuff into the ship storage. So stack size is plus 200%. So I can throw those in. That's 149. And I think it's already taken a bunch out and put it into the reactor directly. And I'm back with more. So yeah, your stack size is now 150 and not 50. So you can carry 3 times more than you were able to before. We are going to need warp fuel. And I don't think we've got a lot of it made, but we should have enough to at least get us going. No, we've only got 13. Not sure how far that's going to take us. And that is going slowly because our plates are a problem because these are fine. Yeah, it looks like the circuit boards. Yeah, the circuit boards I knew were going to be a problem. Oh well, we'll see how far we can get on those. If we can get to the trading post and have a look around there and then get back, that would be cool. So I'm basically going to empty my own inventory into the ship now because where we're going to need to have those materials. I'll take the warp fuel out and just run it straight up and drop it in here. Auto insert is off. Do I want it off? We're going to go with warp fuel. There we go. Yeah, we'll keep it on. And I'm just going to take a moment to run around, collect more resources and load the ship up. And if we're lucky, we don't need to come back. And just because we've got a lot of the deuterium fuel, it might get us out of a bind. So I'm going to grab what we had in the storage box. Now, as you can see, we're having a major problem with nickel. We have no nickel plates. We have materials coming in and the plates are being made. There's just not enough for this setup that we have. Even though we have 6 refiners, we are not keeping up with the demand for these later tier items. So yeah, obviously when we build our proper base, it's going to be far better than that. And if we ever look out the window, I can't access my original ship because the chunky boy is actually blocking it. So yeah, this is part of the chunky boy that we're seeing here. So I'm going to have to move my chunky boy. We'll undock and we're going to swing around. We're going to head over to this side and attach ourselves to this dock. Super. We're docked. And when we come out, we've got this beautiful tunnel. We can see the ship. Looks pretty good. A lot of engines on it. And now we can get into the other ship, and I just want to grab out whatever was in here. There wasn't a lot, but I do want the repair kits, and I might as well take the nickel plates. So my personal storage is not full, but I do have quite a lot on the ship, so I think we're probably ready to go for a drive. Let's have a look. Okay, I can drop some more titanium plates off, some nickel plates. I'm going to keep the repair kits on me for now. I have to keep those on me as well. Yep, no, that's all good. We have a lot of stuff on us. Some advanced goods as well. We don't have advanced plates, but yeah, that's fine. Let's get out of here. So we climb the ladders and head to the cockpit. Now there's a better cockpit than this. But before I go, let's just check out the research just one more time. See what else we're going to do. Now we're not going to do gas extraction just yet. Wouldn't mind getting these large containers. Yeah, I think I'm going to queue those up. And that's all for now. So, undock. And I have already marked the location that I want to go to. And before we kick in the warp drive, let me see where this place is. Oop, hang on a second, it's not showing up on my HUD. Go to the map. Yeah, the trading outpost is where I wanted to go to. Ah, there's the second arrow now. There's the trading post, 148 kilometers in that direction. First of all, we're getting 42 meters per second on our ship, which seems very slow. That's at normal speed. Alright, and we'll slow down to a stop now that we have a line of sight. And if I'm not wrong, J is to hit the jump. Yep, we're in warp. And we are traveling at 9,000 meters per second. That looks pretty good. We should be there soon. Ooh, we're going to be there very soon. Oh, Jay, I overshot it. Alright, trading post 5.4 kilometers in that direction. Now, I could do a quick jump. So, J and then J. But the problem with that is you just sometimes keep jumping past it. There's the trading post. Yep, I jumped past it. I'm the same distance away. So I'm going to take a nice slow drive there. Now, there aren't any baddies in this area. If you have a look at the map and you zoom out, danger is 0. So there's not much here other than just the trading post. And while we're flying there, I'm going to just quickly go and check my warp drive and see how much I've got left. Yeah, I didn't use much. So we're good. We can easily get back. And that trading outpost looks really cool. We're approaching it very quickly. Didn't take us long to get here. And I just need to find a dock, and I think that's a dock over there. And now we can dock with it. Perfect. And we're docked. So let's go and have a look at the trading post. It does look pretty spectacular. And out we go. So this is a large dock. We don't have that. And if we go out in this direction, we have an NPC or two hanging around here. And if we go and talk to them, purchase blueprints. Plants. All right. And that takes 5 credits. Now, credits you're going to have to earn somehow. I haven't done this before, but hey, the plants look good. We can deck our station out. And there's another NPC over here. So this is another vendor. Hold on. Oh, they want missions. Accept mission? Deliver 100 basic circuits. So that's the one thing I'm battling with. So I assume if you accept that mission, you're going to get credits, which you can then spend to buy other things. Anyway, that's not all of them, I don't think. There's another one over here. Maybe another 2. F. Purchase blueprints. What do you have? 2x2 corridors. And station adapters. Okay, perfect. U. Purchase blueprints. Teleporter pad. Oh. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I really want that. Anyone on this side? Yes, there's someone over here. What do you have? Missions. I want to see what the mission is before. Oh, looking for 300 silica. Okay. Well, that's an easier one, so let's accept that and leave. So if we press E, 300 silica, so we have our missions, and they are pinned. And I don't think that is the last of them. There's another corridor over here. Another vendor. What blueprints do you have? Oh, here we go. Armored slopes, armored wings, ship windows. Ooh, very nice ones. Captain's quarters, small bridge. We're going to need a lot of credits. So that's pretty good. This person here, what do you need? What mission do you have? 50 hull plates. You know what? I can actually do that. I think I have hull plates with me. So let's do that one. Any more? Any more? Yes, here's somebody. You have missions as well. 100 magnetic coils. Don't know if I've got those, but I'll accept the mission anyway. And then we are back to our ship. I'm not sure I should be spending my hull plates because I might need them. I can always go back and pick up more. Let's see how many hull plates I have. I've got 150 and they wanted 50. And I have 50 on me. Let's go and deliver some and we'll see how that all works. How many credits do I get for it? Quite a lot of walking around here. Alright, hello vendor. Give items. Okay, we gave items. Looks like you don't have enough of what I need. Wait, hang on. What was it that you wanted? Did I just get robbed by an NPC? Maybe it was the wrong one. Was it you? Hull plates, give items. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for delivering those items. I'm also looking for 50 advanced plates. Yeah, I'm not sure I can help you with those. Not now anyway. But now, do I have credits? What the heck, we'll accept the mission and leave. Ah, okay, there we go. I picked up 5 credits for that. Man, that's cheap. Especially considering that some of the things we want to buy cost 30 credits. Purchase blueprints. This needs 8, so like the minimum is 8. And that delivery only gave me 5 credits. Well, I'm sure that the more advanced stuff will give us more credits. Anyway, so that's the trading post, and that's how that works. Very cool. It's very spread out. Lots of running around in here. So since we seem to have enough warp fuel, let's go to the map and I'm going to zoom out of here. And I want to go to this Rich Asteroid Field. I want to see what that's all about. So right mouse button. It is on our HUD somewhere. Yeah, 308 kilometers. No problem. So we'll undock and hit J and we're going to head over there. And then just keep an eye on the distance so that we stop at the right time. Now, we're probably going to run into enemies here. I don't think it's going to be a mission for us because we are fairly strong. All right, we're very close and we're out of jump. Whoa, damn, I pushed the button. It actually pulled me out of jump automatically. All right, Rich Asteroid Field, we are in it. This is the place. If we have a look at the map, this is where we are. And yes, there are a lot of enemies. So let's bring ourselves to a stop and check this place out a bit more. Cobalt, nickel, silica, more silica over there, titanium. Oh, wow, look at the size of those deposits, 418,000. And they are pretty spread out. But to be honest with you, I'm not really that concerned about how spread out they are because I have a plan and everything is going to be brought in by remote ships. Now, let's see, where are the closest enemies? It looks like there will be some almost right in front of us. There's quite a few there. But yeah, I'll find a big open area, put my base down, maybe this area. To be honest, there's not a lot around here, but maybe I want to get closer to the middle. Yeah, more in the thick of things. So I'm not far off. So I'm going to head this way. Let's keep an eye out for those bad guys. They are somewhere over here. I see something over there. That looks like quite a big ship. Yeah, whatever that is, it's a relic trident. That's new. Well, let's see if we can hit it from a distance. No, I think I'm too far away. It is pretty large. There we go. I'm hitting it. Still officially can't see it. Oh, I blew it up. Now there'll be a bunch of small ones close by as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and grab that relic shard. Pull it in with the tractor beam. Why am I not able to get it in? Oh, maybe my tractor beam, maybe there's something blocking it. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I never actually tested this. Yeah, I'm not able to get it in. Man, that could have been a whole bunch. So, design error on my ship. Need to fix that. Does that mean... Oh, unless I can't put it in because my inventory's full. I don't think that's the case, though. Let's hop out of the driver's seat. Ah, yeah, okay, that could be the problem. So let's grab something out of here. Alright, so we've got a bit of space. Let's go back up and see if we can get it in now. Alright, yep, now we can get it. And that was 12 shards from that one guy. Yeah, the position that we're in now, that kind of looks like the middle. Now we're going to have to do a lot of clearing out. There are too many of these guys around. There's a titanium ore asteroid there. It's a little one. There's a big one, big nickel. Okay, this level of zoom is really only showing me the smaller ones. I think I wouldn't mind being fairly close to a titanium, a big titanium. There's one out there, that one. And I'll mark that. Yes, I can. And there it is right in front of us. Let's head in that direction and see what we find. Oh, I think we're going to be attracting some attention, so... Oh no, stop. Where are they? No, I don't suppose it matters. They'll find me. Yeah, I'm going to head into this little open area. Ah, there we go. There's all the enemies. Let's see if I can hit them from here. The sights aren't exactly right. Alright, well, that was pretty straightforward. Alright, we are sniping them. Oh, one of them spotted me. That was almost a one-shot. There's one over there. And he's toast. And I think I saw another one. Is that one? Yeah, that was one. Any more? Nope, I think I cleared them. Okay, just looking for a nice wide open area somewhere around here. This area over here looks pretty nice. It's fairly open. So let's build a basic a starter station. We'll just get a starter station in here. I hope I am not getting in the way of anything. Let's just have a look, because this is going to be quite a big station. That looks fine. Hopefully I'm not in the way of too much. And I'm not going to dock with it. Actually I am, because I want to change the name. So let's hop in there. Oh, yeah, that's a big rock. Oh, I didn't see that one. Let's see how much of a problem it's not really going to be a problem. It's not in the way, because we're going to be building that way. And we have our station. Yeah, that one shouldn't be in the way. We're pretty clear on this side. And going backwards, yeah, we're fine. There's the titanium that we were looking for. Water ice over there. A big nickel one over there. Oh, there's a lot of resources in this place. So we'll hop in here, we'll change the station name to, we'll call it Certrium Prime, and we'll just leave it as Station Dock. I mean, there is always the possibility that bases will be attacked while you're away, but I haven't finished all the research that I want to do. The item elevator is almost done. Yeah, I need to finish some research before I build this base, because there are a couple of things that I want in here that I don't have unlocked yet. The industrial dock is one of them. Large containers will be useful, especially in the industrial dock. But once the item elevator is done, I need to head down here, do the station elevator, and then the large station module C. And that research is finished. Okay, good. Now I can do the elevator. So we'll add that to the queue. In crafting, we will probably need to do cobalt refining relatively soon, although the only thing that cobalt goes into is the super alloy, because it needs cobalt plates. And then that will go into the superconductor coil, which is needed for the next level of science. And the only item that uses that science is the Mining Drones Mark II, which I'm actually very keen on because that gives you 4 drones instead of 2. And in a place like this with so many resources, that's going to be pretty good. Right, so that's queued. That's not important right now. These are all done. Missile launcher, we'll get there. We need the coolant first, which means we need nitrogen. I'm not going to concentrate too much on the relic technology. That can come later. I'm not sure that I need the small thruster. So yeah, focus is now shifted to the station modules. So I could actually already queue this one up as well. Good. And now that this is here and we have a location for it, we can zip here anytime. And I just pop up quickly and see how our warp fuel is doing. And we're on 9 now. So I think we've used 4 or 6 so far to get to the trading post and here. All right, cool. Well, this base is going to be pretty large and it's going to have multi-layers, but the outposts in this area are going to do the basic processing. So I'll mine and refine so that our ships bring in the titanium plates, the nickel plates, the hydrogen fuel, and then the cobalt plates as well. It doesn't look like there's anything else that uses cobalt plates. So that's it. And where we are on the map, we are in that asteroid field, the Rich Asteroid Field, and our main asteroid field is that one over there. Now I could pep that up and increase production so that it makes my life easier, but I think I'm going to build up resources over at our normal area, carry on doing research from there, and then have our main base over in the Rich Asteroid Field. Seems like the right thing to do. The one thing I've never checked is if you can add weapons to a base. Can you do that? Let's go and have a look. I know that we can put armor on the bases, but I've never even thought of putting weapons on the bases. If we're going to do that, this is probably the best place to do it. No, we can only do armor. Unfortunately, no weapons. Oh well. So let's undock and we will do auto fly back to our base. Yeah, it's in that direction. Let's do this. Oh, we didn't even take any hull damage. So autopilot, we'll add a destination. It will be Certrium Start, and I didn't name that dock, but yeah, that is the dock. We want to go there. So let's hit that button, turn on autopilot, and it immediately warps us. And that's pretty cool. We can sit back and we will automatically be docked at the base, and then we can do the same in the other direction. It did drop us out of warp pretty far away from that station, but that's fine. 42 meters per second, we're getting there pretty quickly. And I don't even need to be in the pilot seat for this. So I can go and check on how much warp fuel we have, and we still got 3, so it took us 6 to get back. Alright, well, at least now I know. And just like that, we are back at base. We've been away for a little while. Hopefully things have had time to build up again. Although the end of the line items are really sucking up resources, so I don't expect great shakes. Well, we got 11 warp fuel, so that's good. We'll let that carry on building up. And that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments, let me know your thoughts. We did some exploring today. We went to the trading post, we went to the Rich Asteroid Field. We have a base set up, very basic base in the Rich Asteroid Field. We have our new ship, which is a beast. Those small relic ships, we can take them out with basically one shot. So in between episodes, I'm going to let resources build up, and I'm going to get through all of the building research. So this research over here, all the stuff that we have at the moment, because we're going to need that. And then we are going to head back out to the Rich Asteroid Field in the next episode, and we're going to start setting things up. I'm going to create a couple of blueprints, because I don't have a blueprint for a really good outpost that does processing. And the cool thing about the outpost is when you bring them into your main base, you can bring from multiple locations. You're not limited to only one location. So you can have a number of outposts doing the same kind of material and bring them all into the one place in the station. Ships will queue if there's no place for them until there is a slot for them to land. So that's not a problem. It'll just keep things flowing, because most of the time the ships are basically just flying. In between, when they're loading on one side and offloading on the other side, there's a lot of time wasted in flying, and that time could be used by another ship offloading. So yeah, we're going to have lots and lots of resources, and we'll be able to expand the factory a lot. And this little basic starter factory will just be here. It'll be ticking over, doing research for us, and building up items that we can maybe pick up if we desperately need them, which we probably will, because we have to build a big base. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!